Well, here we are in Outback, Queensland. We picked up our passport to the real Australian Outback at the Tourist Information Centre in Gundawindi. This is a great little book, and I would recommend that anybody who wants to come out in this area picks this up first and really finds out what there is to see.
Well, we decided that we would do the town tour. Now that sounds a bit strange in a place like this, but we thought, well, that could be a bit exciting, and I can honestly tell you it was one of the most enjoyable experiences that we've had in our trip so far. We learned a lot about the local people, we learned a lot about agriculture, businesses in the area, and it was very informative. And I didn't believe initially that we could spend 2 hours travelling around a little town that we initially thought that we would probably fill up with fuel and drive around, do a quick run around the streets like you do in most country towns, and then head off to whatever next was on our radar. But an enjoyable experience, and we stayed last night for the outdoor meal, and I can promise you that if you partake of that, you will not get a better meal anywhere. It was a wonderful experience, and it'll be forever etched in our memories of our trip. And we feel that we have so much local information now. I almost feel like I've become the Cunnamulla fella.
Oh, there we go. Well,
my name's Pauline. I'm travelling around Outback Queensland with my 2.5-year-old son. We're travelling in a campervan. It's a Ford Cunnavan, so it's not very big, but it's big enough for the two of us. We arrived in Cunnamulla yesterday, but we spent the 4 days before that out at Charlotte Plains and the station out there, and that was just fabulous, just being out in the middle of nowhere. Never seen so many kangaroos in my life. I've seen a lot of kangaroos, but I've never seen so many kangaroos in my life. Went in the bore, which was fantastic as well. It was just like stepping in a hot bath, which I haven't had for a long time. And came into Cunnamulla, as I say, and the reason why I was coming here, I found this book, and I can't even remember now whether it was in St George or it might have been just before that. And looked through it, and although, you know, going on tours wasn't something that I was wanting to do, it's not in my budget, but the book was just fantastic and really made me want to come and have a look around Cunnamulla and all the surrounding areas, because it really covered all the different things that there were to do here, and I really didn't know. I'd just seen the name Cunnamulla and of course I'd heard the song, and so I was coming here for that. But it just really opened my eyes. Things like the sand dune, I had no idea that that was there, and we went out for a big walk up that today. We didn't go down it, but we walked up the top of it and a big walk all the way around. That was fabulous as too. It was so quiet out the back there, and just listening to the birds, and that was a really fantastic little, I don't know, hour and a half I suppose this morning that we spent. And from here we're going to head off to Eulo and stay there for a night, maybe two, go in the mud baths because they've been recommended, and then I would like to go to Yowah, do a little bit of a detour off the road up to Yowah. I had been to Lightning Ridge, and so I've been sucked into all the opals, so I want to go up to Yowah to see all the opals there as well. And then we're going to head to Thargomindah, which I originally was going to purely because I like the name of the town. But I did run into some people out at Charlotte Plains, and they told me that it was really beautiful and definitely worth a visit. That was probably one of the great things about Charlotte Plains, is sitting around the fire every night with the different people that were coming through just for the one night, getting to find out where they'd been. Met the guys from Out the Back as well, and they came out, and it was a big fun night, and we got dinner cooked for us, which was a special treat. And it's just a totally different thing. And as someone out there said to me, if you had a tourist from overseas and you wanted to give them the definitive Australia, this is just where you'd come, because there's just everything you want to see, you know, kangaroos and emus and big wide open spaces and rivers and hot bores, and yeah, it's just been a really fantastic experience so far. So yeah.
Well, first of all, I've been to Cunnamulla before, when I used to be in the caravan, but my sister and her husband haven't, so this is her first time. And we found out where to go from this Outback book that I had from 210. I think I might have got it from Gundawindi, but I can't be sure where I got it from, but it was very informative. And that's from there.
We've got all the information.
We got all the information we needed on the places we were going to visit around Cunnamulla.
Okay.
We're Barbara and Graham from Kingscliff, northern New South Wales, and if you want to see Cunnamulla at its best and have a couple of hours of tea in the countryside, go on the Outback tours out the back of Australia. We've thoroughly enjoyed it.
To come to an area such as this, so different from where we live, and to understand the history and what makes this community tick is very enlightening. It shows us that through difficult times, so many Australians have had to become innovative with their work, with their homes, with their whole culture of living. And to see that and have it all explained to us from out the back Australia has been really outstanding. So we thank you very, very much for providing that service and wish them well.
Ready to go. My name's Judy Noel. I'm from Bundaberg in Queensland. We left Bundaberg about a week and a half ago and travelled to Taroom. My husband was at the bowling club and heard about the bowls tournament in Cunnamulla, so rang up Frankie Coleman and got a start. So we turned up in Cunnamulla Thursday, and it's been a very enjoyable time. Johnny's enjoyed the bowling club and bowls, and we've been there for dinner a couple of nights. I went on the tour with the Outback tours and really enjoyed it, and found Cunnamulla very friendly, and the tour was very informative. We've been down the river and caught some fish and had a great time.
Nan, and I'm from the Sunshine Coast, and we came to Cunnamulla not expecting what we've found, which has been a most interesting, fascinating Western town. I imagined it would be a dust bowl. It's anything but. It's green, it's lush, it's got beautiful gardens, it's a very attractive town, and the tour was an eye-opener today. I feel as though I've learnt so much about Cunnamulla and its history and its people. So it's been excellent, a wonderful day. And I shall go away telling as many people as I can to make sure they put it on their list of things to do. They must come and visit Cunnamulla. They must learn about the history and the people and enjoy the sights, because it's a very beautiful little town.